His students at Coastal Carolina call him Professor, but he's really a doctor of dance. Who is he? You'll meet him coming up next on Carolina People. Good morning. Welcome to Carolina People. This morning we're at Keller Williams Realty, Myrtle Beach Central, home of Team Whiteman. We're focused on social dance and its health benefits, and we're visiting with the Doctor of Dance, the Professor of Social Dance and Etiquette at Coastal Carolina University, Jerry Fouts. Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning, Greg. It's always glad to see you.
Thank you so much for coming in early on.
I like to come in and talk about dancing or anything you want to talk about.
Tuesday morning. I love that you're always willing to talk about anything I want to talk about, whether it's politics or about eating or drinking or dancing. You're up for it.
Anything you want to talk about, I love to talk about it. Just so I make my 10 o'clock class this morning.
Oh, that's right. You've got to be out at Coastal by 10.
10 o'clock, first class at 10 o'clock.
Now, of course, is this just Tuesday, Thursday, or is
Tuesday and Thursday.
Right,
yeah.
right. How many students do you have in the class, Jerry?
Well, I usually have the maximum. They have a rule there. You only have 20 students. So I have 20, and I always have to sign for a couple of people that want to take the course,
right.
And I give special permission.
That pushes the limit there.
Yeah. You know, I'm a nice guy. I let them come.
I like it. Sure, sure. Can you handle that many folks at one time, Jerry?
I've been teaching at Horry Georgetown this past month, a special program. And then those classes there have up to 40 people.
No way.
Yeah.
40 people in the room at one time.
Yeah.
You've got to have access to a lot of mirrors or something.
No, we don't have mirrors at Horry Georgetown. And now at Coastal, we got a beautiful dance studio with floor mirrors, wall-to-floor murals. Beautiful dance floor. We don't have that over at Horry Georgetown, but we've got a nice room, and I teach over there in the coffee shop. They have
in the coffee shop at Horry Georgetown?
Clear out all the tables.
Good.
Teach over there.
And you've got 40 students in there.
Well, I have teach over there 5 classes a week.
At Horry Georgetown Tech? Wow.
And it's a special program they're doing. It's these are 9th graders, and they've selected 100 throughout the county. And these are students that are not living up to their potential, really. Mm-hmm. And they're trying to get them interested so that they'll go on and get an education. I think it's a great program. These 100 students come there every day.
Wow.
And they're going to go to high school there.
Mm-hmm.
And the amazing thing about it is I think they're all great. They've just really taken an interest in dancing. We had a big party for them last Friday at graduation.
Right.
And the head of the program out there is Tammy Lee. We had a tango contest, a waltz contest, a cha-cha contest, and a shag contest.
All 4?
And a lot of the parents came, and it was at the Peanut Shack, Peanut
Warehouse over in Conway, yeah.
And a lot of the parents came, and they came and said, I can't believe you got my child interested in tango or interested in waltz, So it was a great program, and we had a good party. And
that's probably fueled at some level by that fancy TV show Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
That probably helps get kids interested in taking it seriously. Particularly, you're talking about 9th graders, Jerry. They normally wouldn't be interested in tango or waltz. But have you found that Dancing with the Stars has really helped set the stage for getting kids interested, or is it just you and your magnitude?
It is everybody, when they see me walking down the street, they know what I do. And they say, what do you think about Dancing with the Stars? And, do you think Billy Ray Cyrus should be on there?
Billy Ray Cyrus?
Do you think Clyde the Glide should be on there? And they talk about Heather Mills and all the stars, and general analysis of it. It's really interesting.
What do you normally say?
Well, whatever they want to talk about, I watch it very carefully, and it's a great show. It's been great for ballroom dancing.
You critique it as a professional dancer?
I can't help but critique it, but I watch it because it's a fun show. It's fun to watch, It's
right.
Intense competition. There's a lot of human interest story behind it because, like Heather Mills.
Heather Mills.
Paul McCartney's ex. She's going through a divorce, and she's really done really great. She's trying to polish her image, I guess, because Paul McCartney's an icon in Britain. They love him, and he offered her $56 million, I believe it was, to go through with the divorce, and she refused it.
Well,
so a lot of people naturally assume that she's a gold digger. So she's here to show that she's just another human being, and she's doing a great job.
Good.
The human interest aspect is she was in a terrible accident and had her leg cut off.
Had her whole leg
yes,
cut off?
And so she's dancing with the prosthesis, and she's doing a great job, and it's amazing what she's doing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
is she actually a good dancer?
Well, she's done really great. Yeah, she's done really great. In my mind, I have to consider the fact that she just has one real leg, but they talk about it on the show all the time, and I think possibly too much now. People we've heard of them. We all know that Heather Mills only has one leg, right?
Right.
But she holds her own in dancing, and they all do good from week to week. You can tell they practice 80 or 100 hours a week.
Wow.
Shows. And we have Miss South Carolina. That's one of the contestants, Lisa Gibbons.
Who's currently a contestant?
Oh, yeah, she's very good. She
a former Miss South Carolina.
Yeah, she's got her own show out.
Oh, Lisa Gibbons. Right.
Lisa Gibbons. She's a beautiful woman. She's 50. She had a birthday. But nevertheless, she started off slow. And this week she did a tango. She's got the best man teacher. Tony he's been with the show all the time, but he's the best professional dancer. And she did the tango with him, and it was really good. So she was really happy to be going on.
Right. Now, you can respect a professional dancer. What does that mean exactly, Jerry, when you say Tony is a great professional dancer? What would distinguish a tremendous professional dancer? Are you a professional dancer?
Oh, yeah. I've always been I was trained by Arthur Murray and Fred Astaire. Thousands of lessons of training, and I undergo continuous training. I went to Argentina last year, studied the tango.
Is that right?
And,
that's right, down in
learn
Buenos
new
Aires.
things all the time, new combination of steps and so forth.
You're still learning, Jerry.
Oh, yeah. I still see things that I like to do and experiment around with different moves. A dance like the tango is endless because once you get past the steps, then it's the moves you put together.
Right.
And instead of, let's say if you dance the shag, you do the pivot, the belly roll, the turn, and so forth. But in the tango, it's all one long step until the end of the song. So you're weaving a pattern. One dance might encompass 50 different moves. And, and it's a continuous thing, whereas you're dancing a step, dancing another step. Tango's, once you get past the basic tangos like music, there's no end to it. So, I can lie in the bed and make up a new step. It's never been done before.
Son of a gun.
Well, you'd have to be a dancer to understand it, but, it's a wonderful thing. And when I'm feeling bad, I always say, well, there's one thing that I can do, and that's dance.
That's great. That's a good.
There's a lot of people that can't do anything, and they can't do anything artistic. So there's a lot of things perhaps I can't do, but when it gets down to it, I can go up to Doug's House 2001 and dance and have a good time.
Right. That is a great picker-upper, as you say.
And when you're dancing, you can't be thinking about your income tax or your wife running off. You're just having fun.
Well, let's hope none of that's something to be worried about. Let's pray that's not in the cards. So you're teaching at Coastal Carolina University on Tuesday and Thursdays. You're Professor Fouts there. Of course, you're teaching, you said, 5 classes a week at Horry Georgetown Tech, or have been. You're still the head instructor, head dancer for USA Dance, formerly the U.S. Amateur Ballroom Dance Association. And you were teaching at Pepper Gettings forever. Are you still teaching at Pepper Gettings, or are you now just at the YMCA?
Well, that's the same class.
Okay.
When Pepper Gettings remodeled.
Right.
They moved us up there. So it's the same group. I have people that have been in the classes for 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
Same people. Couples, they come back, singles.
And they're still learning.
Yeah,
You're still
they're
teaching
learning.
new things.
We have people there. They're still learning. There's no end to it.
That's amazing, Jerry. Now, what got you into dance? Can you remember the first day you got on a dance floor? Was it the shag? Was it a type of formal dance? What was it? Were your parents interested in the dance?
Well, I think.
You don't have to be too
well, here's that. There was a guy named Charlie Boone.
Charlie
He
Boone.
was physically challenged as far as his looks. But when I was a little kid, about 10 years old, this was at Carolina Beach. That used to be really where they had the shag headquarters at Batson's Bathhouse.
Carolina Beach, is that in North Carolina?
North Carolina.
Right.
Hair Driver, Charlie Boone, all the big dogs danced up there, and I was watching. And so when Charlie Boone got through dancing, all those beautiful girls were just hugging him and kissing him and everything. I got to learn to dance. And so then later on, when I was in Miami, I won the dance contest up in Virginia, shag contest, and so Keely Smith, I don't know whether you know or not.
What age was
About
that?
14.
You were 14.
Yeah.
You won a shag dance contest. Now, were your parents dancers?
They could dance. They were very musical, but my mother played the piano by ear and was knowledgeable about music. Nevertheless, Keely Smith, Louis Prima's wife, she talked with me, and they were going to Miami Beach, and said, you should go down there. They danced 24 hours a day, the mambo and the cha-cha and the Latin dance.
Right.
So she hooked me up with somebody. He came by, and I went to Miami Beach when I was 14.
Oh, you're kidding. What did your parents say about that?
Well, it was during the summertime. They never found out. Well, nevertheless, luck was with me. I got a job in the Nautilus Hotel. That's in the South Beach area. And so maybe 2 days after I got there, I met the most beautiful woman, and she was the mambo queen of Miami Beach.
Wow.
And so for some reason, she thought of, started liking me or something. So she taught me to dance mambo.
Right.
And then later on, every summer and even during the winter, I would go back and I helped with the mambo contest at the Deauville Hotel.
At the Deauville.
Well, I worked at the Fontainebleau in the Deauville. I taught out at the pool at the Fontainebleau. Then we'd dance at night in the LeBron room. That's the showroom. Then we'd have a dance contest at the Deauville every Wednesday night.
Mm-hmm.
And people would come from New York. Back then they had these airplanes named Barbara. You remember that? And Betty
That's
and
a little
Evelyn.
before my time,
Oh,
Jerry.
come on,
Yeah,
Greg.
Come on. I'm 36. Yeah, come on.
Nevertheless,
Excuse me.
the Deauville would be filled up, people standing in line. And we would have, I had won the contest, so then I hooked up with the owners and helped supervise the mambo contest. We had trophies this high.
No.
And
You mean
so
from the ground up, yeah.
mambo dancers would come from Puerto Rico, they would come from New York, they would come from all over. And that was a big show on Wednesday night. Then the people in New York, they got on the plane, they got on Barbara, Evelyn, whomever, flew back to New York. They were at work the next day.
You are kidding. Talking about the mambo.
Yeah. That's the reason it really doesn't surprise me about the popularity of Dancing with the Stars. I knew that, once people saw it and saw what it was,
Right.
they would like it.
Now, I hate to admit, Jerry, I've never seen the show. For viewers, of which there probably are none, like myself, what's the concept? How did it get started? Do you know a little bit about the background of the show? What prompted them to get this going? And has it fueled the dance craze, or was there a dance craze that fueled the show?
Well, probably a combination of both. But nevertheless, the concept is this. They take a celebrity.
Right.
Usually about 10. I think it's 11 celebrities.
Okay.
They pair them up with professional dance teachers.
Each one of them.
Each
so
one
let's
gets
say
their own private
22
teacher.
people or 20
Right.
people.
They go into the studio. They work all day long.
Oh, so these stars have no basic dance training or slim to none?
Supposed to not have.
Okay.